Welcome to Richmond, Virginia, and college basketball tonight with the Memphis Tigers getting set to take on the VCU Rams. Always a very difficult place to play in the Siegel Center in Richmond, home of the Rams, as these two teams battle it out. And look at this, in terms of the longest active.
He needs contact. He finishes through contact. David Jones can flat out play.
Underway here tonight from the Siegel Center in Richmond. Tigers coming off a tough three-point loss at Ole Miss the other night, 80-77, as an early whistle and offenses.
He's their leading scorer, leading steal guy, leading rebounder for the Memphis.
Mark, you and I were talking with Penny Hardaway about this earlier this week. You called him, he's like an NBA coach in terms of bringing in players and having to go to the transfer portal in the market, if you will.
And that's the new trend in college basketball, where your roster is rarely going to be stable. And so Memphis, Penny Hardaway is more like an NBA general manager in many ways, and a lot of coaches have to do that now in college basketball.
And they got Jones kind of late in the process as well, too. He's been very appreciative of the players that chose to join the Memphis Tigers this year, and it's a plethora of talent and experience, and we got a whistle here, right? I mean, look at the difference between these two here tonight. But Ryan Odom's bringing in a new style, a new system. It's really an overhaul of the entire roster as this basket goes in by Kwani. And VCU with their first points of the night. I mean, it's totally different, Mark. So there has to be some patience, if you will, in Richmond to just see this team develop this season.
Yeah, this team is so young, and the injuries to Joe Bamasil, who's not available tonight. And also, they've got Sean Bairstow also that is out tonight.
Jumper's good by Jones. He does it again. You're right. Bairstow is a graduate student out of Australia who broke the 5th metatarsal in his foot back on the media day area in the Atlantic 10, where it was about October 17th. So they're hoping to try to get him back. And there it is, October 18th. And so hopefully he'll return shortly, and that'll give a big spark to this VCU team.
Yeah, he is a difference maker for sure. Played 4 seasons at Utah State.
Bell with a jumper. That's a 3-ball. That's Michael Bell, true freshman from London.
Now, he has been thrown into the fire and responding. I love the Siegel Center.
Transition for VCU and count it for Shulga. And not there in VCU, the rebound. Kwani has it. Zeb Jackson, number 2, one of the lone returning players for this group from a year ago. Nice little turnaround from Kwani. Transfer out of California, and the graduate student makes it 9-3 VCU.
Great news for VCU as Kwani has struggled, but seems to be hitting his stride tonight.
Javon Quinterly's got it for Memphis. They kick it to the corner. Another 3, and this one's good this time.
Yeah, Quinterly can just manufacture offense for his teammates as Nick Jourdain knocks down the shot. He has been white hot from the 3-point line this season, the transfer from Temple.
We watched him many a times there in Philadelphia, Mark, over the years. And the junior, they picked him up to get to Memphis. And now the drive, it's Zeb Jackson, and it's 11-6 VCU.
When asked about what he learned from the war, he said, well, first of all, maybe Russia wants to wipe us off the face of the earth. He was honest about how he felt about that. Max has a support system that includes Coach Ryan Odom, who he describes as the best coach in the world because of the way he treats people outside of coaching. I asked him again, what has he learned as a student athlete? What has he learned as a person about his experiences in Utah?
A great support system, which includes Coach Ryan Odom, who has been free throw line is Caleb Mills, and he's been all over the place, right, Mark? Remember the years we did him back at Houston? He was actually a preseason player of the year in the American. Then he goes to Florida State. Now here he is in Memphis.
Yeah, Caleb Mills, always a gifted offensive threat. And really was the preseason player of the year in the American when he decided to leave and go to Florida State, and now comes back to the American with Penny Hardaway.
Phillips on the jumper, and he got it. It's Alfonso. And the culture around this area, too. Ryan Odom from Hampton-Sydney. That's where he graduated. Right in the area. And you talked about what he did there at UMBC. And then, of course, Utah State. Another nice jumper here for VCU. They're off to a fast start. 16-7. Jackson.
Ball over. That's been their Achilles heel. And Memphis is a team you do not want to turn it over.
Well, and it's been those live ball turnovers where you can get down there and get something out of it on the run. And this foul was on the floor and a rebound on the follow. Good job by Memphis here. Crashing the offensive glass. And Pierre, Jonathan Pierre, who's played just 24 minutes this season, coming into this game here tonight with a total of 8 points. That's a big-time follow slam right there. Free ball, Billups.
Downtown.
Jackson misfires. Right on the floor, another foul, and heading to the line is Mills.
Conferences with great teams that make noise every single season.
Love these two leagues. Why aren't they doing a season series kind of like
two conferences that bring those metric-friendly teams? I mean, right now FAU is number 19 in the net in the country. Dayton is number 42 in the net. The A10 has 9 teams in the top 125 in the net. These two conferences need to come together. It's not about egos anymore. It's about finding strategic alliances to create a better
here with 10.5 to go in the first half. I agree with you, Mark. And you know, it reminds me of the old bracket busters at the end of the season. Remember that? How great that was with teams that were really vying for NCAA playoff position to be able to play each other. Here's a nice feed from Jackson to Lawal for the dunk. Quick shots on the offensive end. And it's VCU by 8.
Memphis was 3 for 18 in the loss at Ole Miss. And Ole Miss went 11 for 22. That's why they lost that game 80-77.
Jackson is fouled on his way in. And you're right, Mark. And despite all that, they lost by only 3 points.
Yeah, they competed, Mike. That's how they stayed in the game.
Lottery from Bristol. We'll do that at 4:30, then get you back there.
Especially tonight.
There's another turnover, though. Still hanging on to a 9-point lead. Tigers, they force it inside, kick out. Trying to hit a three-pointer. They cannot. That's off by Jones. Offensive rebound. Back inside on a foul. And Jones to the free throw line, 1 for 10.
Just to win this game. They're not going to win it from the three-point line. They've got to earn it.
American and the Atlantic 10. They've actually got 18 games between. The fan support has always been phenomenal at this place. And the runs that this team goes on, right? They're bound to make a run at home, and it's where are you at when they make a run? Jaden Hardaway knocks down a 3, and it's a 4-point game. That is no good, and rebounded by the Tigers and pulled in by Hardaway, Jaden Hardaway. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a 2-point game. Oh, what a feed! Not anymore. We're tied. And Dandridge throws it down.
Yeah, Malcolm Dandridge is involved in the offense. He's such a gazelle. He's a runner in the open court, and he's outrunning the bigs for VCU. That's an effort play by Malcolm Dandridge.
Tied up here now, 22, and Shoga drives in, basket, and a foul.
Ability to have the ball in his hands to make decisions and attack the rim and score. He's doing everything for Ryan Odom.
Offensive rebound, and the follow is there from Lawal. Toby Lawal, and Coach Odom loves that. They're back up 4 now.
Yeah, the most athletic player that Ryan Odom has ever coached. That's why.
They had kind of found him. He only played basketball for a few years, but the lead true freshman. So now the role has completely changed. And Mark, you know all about making the jump from your freshman to sophomore year. It's big time.
Well, and oftentimes he tries too hard. He's just got to learn how to play hard. There's a big difference between trying hard and playing hard.
There he is again.
Wow. Man, he just pogos off the floor.
And you know, one thing, as driving in and getting the layup is here this year, that's for sure. But a fun team to watch here as they lead by 2 against this very good Memphis team. Nelson on the jumper, that's no good. Offensive rebound, who else? Lawal, and he got it stripped. And Quinterly.
And then add Bamasil, potentially Umberto to this roster. Right. Then all of a sudden, VCU becomes really deep and really good.
Phillips pulls up and he hits, and VCU's back up by 2.
They've got wingspan guys that are 7-foot wingspan and more, multiple guys that have wingspan like condors.
Mills tries to take it in. A lot of white jerseys there, though, and he lost the handle. And it's recovered and put in by Jones.
Yeah, Jones is starting to exert his will. We saw him go to the free throw line, get his rhythm. Remember when he missed that three-point shot, Mike, and said about, got to take the ball to the rim? He's been doing that. He got to the line, and then that time just out-physicals everybody.
VCU's been able to stay with it on the offensive end. As the offensive rebounding as Lawal throws down
over #1 seed Virginia.
Nice runner from Jackson. Under a minute and a half to go. Quinterly trying to fight through some traffic here. He lost the handle. Take it away. It's a 5-on-2, and Memphis gets a takeaway, and now right back in the hands of Phillips. We thought they were going to have something there. Phillips going alley-oop Lawal.
Now will Memphis have poised to get a good shot? Yes, they will.
That's a good one, right? Mills. They had a foul to give, so that was a 16 foul by Memphis. And now the clock at 30 seconds to go first half. Shot clock at 20. 10-second differential here for VCU with a 4-point lead.
Well, every time there's dribble penetration, Mike, those blue jerseys get sucked to the ball, and the wall just goes back door.
Yes, it's happened a lot here this first half, and almost an offensive rebound again from Furman. Instead, it's Memphis. They had about 10 seconds to work with, and they throw the ball away.
And time again.
Great call, Mark. 9th turnover for Memphis here. We got 4 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance for Lawal. Can he get it off? I believe he did, but obviously short, and that's the end of the half.
Any team would be in deep stuff. This young team will not win if they turn it over in live ball situations.
9 turnovers in the first half. Memphis with 10 points off those 9 turnovers. And it was a 10-point lead early as
them is trying to build at VCU in his first year with an inexperienced roster to get consistency and dunk again.
Looks pretty experienced with that from Furman. Throwing it down. Yeah, it's a dunk contest tonight, that's for sure. What a play. 38-34. Floating runner again, Quinterly.
Yeah, Quinterly. 2-foot jump stop. Didn't go in to the shot blocker.
For Memphis.
Zeb Jackson should have shot that ball. He was wide open from 10 feet.
On the drive, found it for David Jones.
David Jones' strength inside. James Harden-like.
Over to Jackson. Shot clock inside 10. Feeds it, another opportunity for Duncan. It's blocked. Inside, Jordan, and then they get the follow, and Furman's there, sticking with it.
Now VCU has just played with so much energy tonight.
Hardaway, the runner doesn't go. Jackson's got it for VCU. And VCU. Foul was on the returning leader in points, and then there's just not really got this group together and in a new system and a new style here in Richmond, Virginia. Quinterly doesn't go.
Great effort.
Nice job by Jones, kept it alive. Mills kicks it to the corner. Quinterly for 3, yes.
If Memphis wins this game, it's because David Jones just gave up skin for a loose ball. That's why Memphis, they have a chance to win this game. If they win it, remember that play.
Shoga for 3, comes right back for VCU.
And Max Shoga, just love that kid. So much adversity, a Ukrainian, we talked about that earlier. He plays such tough-nosed basketball.
Oh, nice drive here by Jones. Yeah, Jones has 13 points to lead all scorers in this game here tonight. Oh, good stutter step from Jackson. Bell didn't have the look. 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Three ball, Nelson. Yes, he hits it.
That was great defense by Memphis and a better play offensively by Nelson and VCU. Memphis blanketed VCU on that possession.
First points of the night for Jason Nelson. And a lot of contact, and Jones is in. Memphis in the second half, just one for VCU. Billups for three, no. Another offensive rebound try, almost. Jones got it though for Memphis.
How did Jones come up with that ball?
Now, he's been all over the place here. Jalen Young's got it. Feeds it inside, foul called. And it's going to be Mills.
On a team that really wasn't very good. Now transfers to Memphis, and he's improved.
Noon mark with ESPN, and what are we in week 6 already?
Of Arizona versus Wisconsin.
How about UConn last night with a win over North Carolina? They had almost beaten Kansas on the road. They would have been undefeated. Pretty amazing start to the season for the defending champs already. And inside, the ball is now thrown down by Lawal. How many times have we seen that tonight?
About 6 by my count. Maybe 7.
It's all his points and dunks. He's got 12.
Yeah, all of them are dunks.
At least 5, yeah. 3-point lead for the Rams. Three-pointer, not anymore. Tied up. David Jones does it again. He's got a game-high 18. We're knotted at 50. To get the lead for the first time since 2 minutes in, and Jones misses on the three. Lawal's got the rebound. Billups. Nobody picked him up.
Max Scholga probably won't get the assist, but a beautiful bullet pass up ahead for Billups.
And right back the other way. Young scores it. We got to get our dunk tracker updated. Tied
I've never
52.
seen this many dunks.
I know.
Not since Phi Slamma Jamma.
Right. Fade away, Billups. No, Lawal. And a non-dunk basket for him that time.
Did everything from point-blank range. Now, should we count that basket for him? Since he didn't dunk it?
Right. Ties a career high and a takeaway. Again. Oh, and missing it this time was Billups. But the offensive rebound, and Billups somehow gets it back.
So guess what Memphis worked on this week? 3-point defense. Sometimes exposed at another. And look, VCU is long. Their average height is 6. Timeout,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I got you. Take and a foul, and we got free throws coming here for Jones. Just back to that for a second. Let's see. Hopefully Jones is going to be okay. He's not.
Offense, because he's a guy that can carry this offense. He can make plays. He can now offensively with David Jones out of this game.
And it's a 2-point game still. And if you're wondering why Dandridge was the one that took the free throws, an injury to a player on the common foul who cannot shoot the free throw, which was Jones that time. The opposing coach gets to select one of the other 4 players on the floor to shoot. So they chose Dandridge. And the other way now, VCU gets the bucket with Billups, and they're up by 4.
Critical part of this game.
And a missed three-pointer. There's going to be a foul here. Let's see if this is on Memphis. And Young, who's
marked that spot of him leaving the game, and see how they went in. He's so willing to take the bump and finish.
And he's back on the floor, and a missed 3 from Kwani, and here come the Tigers now. Quinterly kicks it. Mills, yes, hits the 3 ball.
That's the value of Javon Quinterly, which now sits on the bench.
It was like 3 fouls in under a minute for him. Now inside, Dandridge sticks with it, count it, and the foul. And we're tied at 58. And Dandridge cannot put the Tigers in front. We're tied at 58 still.
So as you're watching at home, don't watch the shot. Watch the jerseys going after the ball underneath the basket.
16 of the 19 two-point made field goals for VCU have been dunks. Think about that. 16 of the 19 from two-point range. Shot clock inside of 5. Ball is loose. 3 ball by Jackson. No. Tipped around. Furman's got the offensive rebound and he's fouled.
Yeah, Quinterly did not go up with 2 hands. You've got to
let something like this happen, and then Furman to the free throw line, and he's going to get some points.
That's exactly what he's getting with wins over Missouri, Michigan, and Arkansas. Tough shooters.
The only problem, though, is that they've given up the 15 offensive rebounds.
Exactly.
And the second chance points of 14 for VCU, and the reason why they're up by 2 here. Dandridge, not anymore. We're tied at 60.
Great coach as Memphis goes zone again.
Yep, our 8th tie of the night. We've had 3 lead changes, and now a 3 from Shoga is long and rebounded by the Tigers. Knocked away inside by Furman, and then Shoga's foul.
Yeah, if Memphis reverses the ball one time, they'll get Dandridge on the backside of.
Shoga with 7 tonight. Comes in and the ESPN app. Shoga hits them both. VCU 9 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. We're approaching the 6-minute mark left in the game. Jones stays with it and is fouled. Boy, he has been battling all night tonight, Mark.
That's the way he plays. But the kid is just so strong, he can bully his way with either hand. Dick Jourdain feels like he brings a stabilizing influence to this team, a Swiss Army knife guy. That could...
What do you think here, though, offensively for VCU now, Mark?
You know, VCU get downhill and look for Furman inside. They had him, didn't give it to him.
Nope, Jackson trying. Out for Nelson. The runner's not there. There's a foul. Mills called for the personal on the match. That's because they were dunking the ball all game, and they still are, but second half free.
Doesn't shy away from the big moment. Wants the ball in his hands, wants to make plays. At time 1 for converge whenever he puts the ball on the floor.
On our way down to 4 minutes remaining. Shoga for Nelson. Got a hole, and he took it for 2.
Big time of the game, big time play.
Oh, and right back is Mills, and he hits a 3 ball, and it's a 1-point game.
Crowd's going crazy. Caleb Mills just puts it right in their face.
6th three-pointer of the night from Memphis. And a timeout here.
Opportunity late in this game.
And what about for VCU on the versus Iowa State by 4, Boise State by 4. They beat Penn State and former head coach Mike Rhodes there now with the Nittany Lions, and then they lost to Norfolk State just a few days ago by 3. So can VCU finish here tonight against a really good Memphis team? They lead by 3.
The hardest thing to do in coaching is to teach a young team how to finish a game. We'll see if VCU can do it in the friendly confines tonight in front of their home crowd.
Quinterly for 3, he got it. We're tied at 67.
Able to hook up on the pass.
Down to 2:35 left.
Nelson's been aggressive off the bounce. Watch number 1 in white.
Jackson, good fake, but he couldn't finish. Tapped it back out, but it's right to Mills, and he got fouled.
Who can make plays coming down the stretch?
And it's the Tigers by 2.
What a battle. And now can this young team, with this coach who pulled off the biggest upset in NCAA history, who's head coach at UMBC, can they respond in this tight, tough situation?
Jackson fighting out of traffic. They get it back over to Nelson. Back to Jackson. He's got a wide open 3.
He hesitated, Mike. He didn't want to shoot it.
Right.
He wasn't sure. That was not a confident stroke.
Crowd starting to rise to their feet here at the Siegel Center. Imploring the defense.
Put Dandridge on the block.
And trying to get it to him. Lawal is behind him now. Remember, Lawal's got 4 personal fouls. Jones, step back. Offensive rebound, Hardaway. Did he step out? Yes, he did. And there it is, Jaden Hardaway in right there, Mark, but then that left foot, boom, it was right down on the end line. And look at Pat Driscoll, right? Our referee there right on the left side of your screen. He's leaning down, he's looking over, he's all over it. He said, yep.
Right at the ball, and Lawal was able to sneak along the baseline and dunk it. You've got to attack here.
Yeah, 3-point shooting has not been the strength tonight for VCU. They're 5 of 23, 2 of 13 here in the second half. Nelson, hands off for Shulga. Well, he puts up a 3 anyhow, and he hits it.
Caleb Mills gambled and got burned.
Jones has 19 points. Mills has 17. Quinterly has 14. And here we go right to the hole. Quinterly. And they're going to count the basket. Goaltending is the call.
Don't let Nelson touch it. Don't let Shulga touch it. Shulga with the ball right now, matched up with Caleb Mills.
Here is Nelson. You got Jackson, Lawal, and Billups out there as well. 40 seconds to go. 16 to shoot. Shulga bounces it in. Jackson. Wild shot. No, the foul was there. Lawal's done it all night. He does it again. He's got 16. VCU's back up a point. Here's Quinterly. Timeout. 28 seconds to go. 23 to shoot. Dangerous cross-court pass to the corner. They corral it, they get it inside. Dandridge blocked. And they call the foul. And Lawal can't believe. Just 5 of 9 though on the season. This is for the lead here for Dandridge. No. Rebound, Zeb Jackson. Do they call timeout? They do, and VCU will talk it over with 16. Jackson. VCU trying to win it here. Jackson to the hole. Misses it. It's long. Rebounded by Memphis with 2 seconds to go from half court. Overtime. Here we come. I thought he had that, Mark.
Mike, if VCU was completely healthy, I wouldn't make that prediction.
Right.
But they're not. They start running out of bodies here pretty quick.
Really only 2 players coming off the bench now with Bell and Kwani, and they have not been in quite some time if you're VCU, so I can see what you're saying about getting worn down here. It's a 3-pointer for the Tigers, and they got it.
Quinterly with the assist. He makes big plays at big times. So impressed with this transfer from Alabama. He gets it.
Jaquan Walton. And Walton with his first points with that 3-pointer, and now back the other way, missing on the 3. Furman's got the offensive rebound for VCU. Doesn't want to go back up with it, gets it back out to Jackson, and Jackson is fouled.
Things about what I said about Lawal. Dandridge has played really well and been a fit.
Down to 3 minutes to go in overtime. Walton. No. Offensive board, Memphis. Foul call. Jones to the free throw line.
Puts it back up and draws contact. And there he is at the free throw line.
December 8th, 2 days from today. His father passed away earlier this year from cardiac arrest. His father, David, and his son, now with a game high, 21 points, and putting Memphis up by 3, 77-74. 2:45 remaining. Jackson kicks it, 3 for the Tides. Nelson, he's got it. th tie tonight. Inside Jones. No. Fights for it, gets his own rebound. Goes up again, no good. Third time, blocked. It's loose, and Furman corrals it for VCU.
Jones wanted contact, wanted the foul, didn't get the call. We play on. VCU scores here. This play's going to explode. It just did a minute ago.
Jackson, he's done that a couple times tonight, and he misses on the turnaround. It's that defender going downhill, but couldn't finish.
I want Quinterly to make this decision. Either shoot it or find somebody that's open, and they're going 1-4 low. An on-ball screen to give him some space. There
Jones back to Quinterly. You called it, Mark. He takes it in, and he's fouled. That's why we're tied. After that shot, now Quinterly.
It's like Nick Jourdain back in the game for Memphis.
Quinterly's got 18 points. His first trip to the free throw line tonight, he hit them both. 2-point lead, Tigers. Overtime, minute 15 to go. Shoga feeds it inside Furman. Foul.
During critical times of the game. This is an inexperienced team making really good decisions offensively right.
It's 1 of 2. And the Tigers walk it up with a 1-point lead, and the crowd rising to their feet here in Richmond. Back to Quinterly. Off the screen, bounces it back. Basket is good, and that's Jourdain on the drive.
Defenders backed off of Quinterly. Jourdain read it perfectly, a long step to the rim, and Quinterly.
Here we go. Overtime. Down 3. Rams. Shoga. On the drive. Rejected. Big block underneath by Jourdain. And out of bounds. No. Foul is called. Quinterly got hit before he stepped out. But the thing is that when you go over to the monitor like that, you can't just read a regular foul the other way. So that's why the call had to stand. And now the free throws are good, and it's 83-78. Memphis by 5. Still 32 seconds to go. And Shoga gets it inside for Furman, and he lays it in for 2. Mark, as the season goes on, you know, you want to be playing your best basketball late. I think that's going to be the case with these two. And a foul is called, and it's going to be on Memphis. It's going to be a push-off. And then they call it on Quinterly here. Let's see.
Personal foul charge to number 11, Javon Quinterly.
Yes. Trying to get the ball. Let's look at it. Yes, he goes right into Zeb Jackson.
Yeah, he just bulldogs his way through Jackson. The official sees it right along the baseline. Right there. There we go. It's the right call.
Yes, it is. 4 seconds to go, down by 3.
Well, you know they want to get Shoga the basketball. Caleb Mills matched up right at the bottom of your screen with number 11, Max Shoga.
Let's see if they try to get a quick 2 here. Yep, here is Shoga. 15 seconds to go. Stops his dribble, kicks it. Billups with a hand in his face for 3. No, and it's rebounded by Memphis. There's 5 seconds to go. Jones is trying to dribble out the clock, and he's going to be fouled by Billups. I mean, it looked like they wanted the 3 there.
backed up his dribble and was on his back foot and had to give it up. And those are big free throws.
Yep, you're in no man's land at that point. Now with a 5-point Memphis lead, here's Shoga from half court. Not going to be enough, and credit the Tigers tonight with a big overtime win on the road in a very tough place to play, and they win it 85-80 over VCU. Mark.
Memphis showing some guts after the loss to Villanova and the heartbreaker at Ole Miss. They go on the road in Richmond and beat a very talented and improving VCU team.